All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Welcome back to another episode of PGA Tour Showdown Round 2 of the Sony Open. And happy Friday. Happy to be here again. Happy to be talking golf with you guys. Got some great feedback after round 1 show. And like I said yesterday, always looking for some feedback, how to improve the show, how to make you guys win more money, how to do better, how to just make it all happen. So first thing I want to talk about is this drink, because I thought about it when I was pouring it. The first ever time I talked to great DGen75 was sliding up in his DMs about a ranch water. He was a tried and true tequila water guy. And I was like, dude, I love these. I drink them all the time. Like, that's my go-to drink coming out. And then that kind of bonded our connection. And I think that was the route, the avenue that got me to this show now. So this one's for DGen. Great. Shout out the Masters, by the way. Masters 2025. Not a big deal. Got my ranch water in the cup. It's Friday night. Going to be in Delray. If you're around, definitely shoot me a message. Would love to link up. So let's talk some golf. I'll bring up the leaderboard now and go through, see how guys are doing it, see who is doing what, see how our guys are doing. Chris Gotterup, Kevin Rory, ADDC, SH Kim, and Davis Riley. Definitely a very interesting and unique kind of top 5 on the leaderboard right now. And one thing I want to note, and I think it's going to be an interesting way to go about things tomorrow, the bomb and gouge, the driver putter. I talked about it on Monday on my other network that I do shows on. And also going forward, I'm going to have a Monday show for Ship It Nation. I saw some people commenting on the launch show that this was no Sony Open talk. That's just how they do things here. It was just a launch show, and we are going to get to a regular Monday first look show, which I would get into my early thoughts. And I was pretty heavy on the bomb and gouge. I was at Waialae last year, and I noticed, it was one of the Boots weeks last year. I noticed that guys can get around this place with sending driver and hopefully finding a good lie in the rough and making some putts for there. So you're going to find a nice correlation with top 30 or so in straight up driving distance to where you are on the leaderboard. Obviously, you have to do a little more than just bomb it, but just bomb and gouge guy, driver putter guys, Chris Gotterup, SH Kim, ADDC, Kevin Roy, Maverick McNeely, Patrick Rogers. These are generally driver putter guys. Jake Knaps, guys who send it. Ben Griffin down here. So that's that's kind of different than what we've seen Waialae the last 10 years, and the last 2 years I'm kind of seeing an uptick in driving distance in turn to results at Waialae. So I think it's going to be a good stat to look at for tomorrow's showdown slate. So let's get into the wave scoring. And I see a comment, gotta love wave split carnage. And we'll talk about our strategy and how we made out and such. So let's go. Where are we? Hole by hole, split by wave. So it's a full stroke harder in the afternoon than it is in the morning. And what did I say yesterday? I said target afternoon guys. Everyone's gonna go with morning guys. And hand up, I was not right about that. You know who else wasn't right? Windy.com. One thing about the weather, one thing about any of these apps or any weather. I mean, you guys are not 12 years old. You know that weathermen and the weather apps are not always 100% correct. Although the wind looked like it stayed the same all day, the golf course played a lot more difficult in the PM. And that is just because the more the wind blows, the firmer the golf course gets, the harder it gets. The rough's getting thicker. The grass is getting thicker. It just made it a harder golf course. And it truthfully, one full stroke difference in the afternoon than the morning. So that's not something we always see. So the morning guys won again. If you stack the morning guys, more power to you. But with that being said, you need to go into showdown with an agenda. Like, if you don't go in with agenda or plan, you're just guessing random golfers. Sure, maybe you'll win every once in a while, but you're not going to win big. If you have to have a plan, if you have a plan and win 20% of the time, those 20% wins are going to be big wins because you're just getting that much different. You're sticking to your guns and getting super unique to the field. So one thing I want to talk about in terms of strategy, in terms of getting different for tomorrow, is A, bomb and gouge, and 2, splitting in the waves. So we're going to bring in the weather right now, real quickly. I got to sneeze. Maybe not. Okay, we don't have to sneeze. So here we are. Let's look at the weather forecast for tomorrow, Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. or sorry, 5 p.m. Again, it looks very similar to what we saw today. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, it looks very similar to what we saw today. With that being said, people are going to go to the morning again, and the afternoon will probably play hard. I believe that's going to be the case. I do think you have to attack the morning. You need at least 3 morning guys in your lineup, guys that are going to get out at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Just the greens are going to be smoother. The course is going to be more calm. And then as the later tee times go on, the pressure comes on. The Saturday weekend comes on, and guys just don't play as well. Obviously, it's much easier to play when you're 10 strokes back than you're 1 stroke back from the lead. You want guys that are chasers for showdown, and I'm not too worried about where we're ending up on Saturday evening. So I think you want 3 guys from the morning. I would assume everyone's going to stack 5-1 or 4-2 morning to PM, morning to afternoon guys. You need the morning guys. I'll say it right now. It's like you're playing the Scotty Scheffler chalk sometimes. You just have to do it. You need the morning guys. But I think you can get different again and go with 3 p.m. guys because everyone's going to be stacking in the morning. We're going to be like, all right, 2 straight days in a row. Everyone got low in the morning. The afternoon didn't do shit. Go with some guys in the afternoon as well. I think it's a great strategy to get different. And like I said, if you're playing like a cash game or you don't want to win all the money in the world, stack the morning, whatever. But if you want to get different, you're gonna need a little bit of PM guys. I think 3-3 or 4-2 a.m. p.m. Let's take a look at some stats for today. So Davis Riley is currently in the lead. Let me update this as we go because we have a cut sweat. We'll also be talking some cut sweat. Davis Riley is still in the lead at 9 under with SH Kim, the guys that I just noted. Let's see how they're doing it and how sustainable it is. Davis Riley, is he leading the field in putting? No, he's 3rd in the field in putting right now, and that's not sustainable. I do not think it's sustainable at the very least. So Davis Riley is not someone I'm too optimistic about. He's hitting his irons well. He's losing off the tee. He's driving it very short and not too accurate. I want to see exactly how accurate he's hitting his driver because this doesn't seem to be too sustainable for Davis Riley. Could be a fade in round 3. Davis Riley is losing a little bit off the tee. He's 39th in accuracy, 120th in distance. So that's not really getting it done. And he's actually losing nearly 2 strokes on approach. This is not going to work. So this is not updated right now, or one of the two is not updated. He's either first and third or putting. With that being said, he's putting really well. He's chipping really well. He's hitting the ball like shit. While it might work for a day or two, I would not want that profile going into the weekend with the lead. That's just going to show where the pressure is. He's going to hit some bad shots. He's not going to make up for it all with the putter. Let's look at some more stats. Who else is doing what? We see another weird profile from Kevin Roy. Kevin Roy, driver putter. Dude, this bombing gouge is really, it works. Chris Gotterup, losing strokes on approach, gaining off the tee, gaining putting. Kevin Roy, losing strokes on approach, gaining off the tee, gaining putting. With that being said, I want that profile. I want that driver putter. Send it down there at 4 under, at 3 under, at 2 under tomorrow. And I have a guy that I'm going to get to the field later and show you who that driver putter may be that I want to just send it and make putts. This is a new age wildlife, guys. The game of golf is evolving. Just hit it as far as you can and make putts. And we're seeing that. Like wildlife 5-10 years ago, that was not the game. It was club down off the tee, hit your spots. Now guys like Chris Gotterup and what I just said, I'm not going to reiterate it again. Driver, putter, and that is really working. I just saw Taylor Pendrith make a few putts on the broadcast. Where is he on the leaderboard? Because he's a great candidate, I would say, for tomorrow. 4 under, 3 under on the day. Like, look at this. He's losing over a stroke on approach, gaining off the tee, gaining putting. Driver putter. I'm saying this is not every week, but driver putter is real this week, and I think you could lean into it over the weekend. Don't just look for strictly ball striking. Don't just look for approach. There's different ways to do things. There's different ways to score in golf, and this driver putter is working at Wiley right now. Let's look at a few contests for tomorrow. I didn't even look at the contest yet, so this is going to be This is going to be a new look for me. I'll get to some of these questions at the end. I see them. So let's look at this multi-entry right here. 1K to first. So this is not a good contest. Don't play this one. I keep holding my nose 'cause I feel like I have to sneeze. What's going on? Let's sneeze. False alarm. One of these minutes I'm going to sneeze and it's not going to be pretty, but I need to. Okay, let's go down a little bit, see what the contest is. That $10.18 max, like we saw yesterday, was good. And I assume there'll be some more entries. Now, this is a really fun contest. If you want to put in $17 and get a true fair contest, this is a great contest. This is a one that any of you guys listening could win right now. I could win this right now. So this pays out $50 to first, and you have 17 entries. There's only 594 people in this contest. Let's see. 594 divided by 17. If everyone max enters this contest, which everyone won't, you'll have to only beat about 35 people. You could beat 34, 35 people and have a few up here, win over $100, win over $200 for only putting in 17. This is a great contest for not wanting to put in too much money. Let's look at some more contests, see if there's anything else that we could play. This, what is this, $33 single entry? Yeah, what's the payout here? 33 single entry with only 12 people. This is a fun one. I don't mind this one. You have to come in the top. You have to beat 8 people and only 12 people in the contest for $33. I don't mind that, but that $1 17 max is super unique. Oh, that's weekend. These are weekend contests. Let's go to, here we go. I'm sorry. Those are weekend contests, but if you find those weekend contests, those are fun too. Here are some showdown contests that I want to look at. This one is the one we looked at yesterday. Stupid. $10.18 max right here. This is the nutted one. We know. Yeah. This one's great, but I want to look to see if there's a different contest for you guys. What do we have right here? $5 double up. $1 winner take all. So this winner take all, this is a horrible contest. Horrible contest. I mean, it's a lottery ticket. It's $3 to win 100, but you have to beat 115 other people. I don't love that one. Yeah, it's only for $100. What about this one? This one right here. $5 150 max. If you want to be sweaty, this is where you want to be sweaty. Not the worst structure in the world. Not the greatest payout, but you could get sweaty here. Not everyone's going to max enter this. I like this one for tomorrow, but I really like that weekend one. So mess around with that. I think that's a great little contest for you guys tomorrow. So let's look at some other things. Let's look at these questions actually. Okay. Chalkiest combo, 3 to 4 earlier guys with 2 from the top 10. I do think that will be the chalkiest combo. Yeah. 3 early guys and then 2 guys who played well the first 2 rounds. I think that makes a lot of sense. Everyone's going to be looking at that. Like, why aren't they going to play well tomorrow? So that's probably what I would say is the most common build tomorrow. So I would say go 3 early guys and get 3 guys teeing off the afternoon, maybe 1 to 2 guys max in the top 10. But I don't think you have to really overthink it. But if you get 3 guys in the PM, you're definitely getting a lot different there. Okay, let's bring the screen back up and talk some SaberSim. Guys, I said this yesterday. And like I said, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say this, but I can't say for much longer. This stuff is all free. Guys that I'm talking about, guys that you like, guys that you found in the Stone, guys that are in the slate plan. We had a decent slate plan, some good plays, some bad plays. Spieth was great. Burger was bad. We had a nice little slate plan though. You get all this stuff, everything I write down, all for free. It's all for free. Go to Ship It Nation. You can get the single sport PGA or the all access. You can get NFL. Guys, NFL Super Bowl playoffs is free with code Vincerix. So go there. Let's take a look. Like, this will all update. Check off your guys. Build your lineups. If you're building any more than 3 lineups, I would strongly recommend SaberSim. I was a hand builder, 10 lineup guy like for a while. Then I got into the optimizer world and I was like, this stuff is real. Like there's a reason professional DFS players win because they have all these tools. And I think it's a great, I mean, it's 2026. Use modern technology, get better at DFS, and guys, it's free right now. It's literally free. and then it's 10% off after that, and you're locked in for life. The Stone. This is today's Stone, and look at this. There's some really nice content. What was this? Is this the DFS? This is the no. Here's the Showdown Stone. The Showdown Stone from yesterday, and I really like this. This stat right here, true approach delta. What this is it takes your stroke gain approach and it subtracts the worst shot you hit today, or the 3 worst shots you hit today of the day, and gives you a more true approach. Because if you were to be on one hole and you hit it in the water, you hit it so far right, but all your other shots are good, that one single hole tanks your approach so bad. This is a more telling stat than strokes gain approach. So look at Harry Hall, for example. He had 0.23 strokes on approach in round 1. His true approach is 1.2, a delta of 1.01, and he's having one of the better PM rounds. These stats you can't get anywhere else. The Stone is something that I looked up to for so long, and now it's here, and it's free for this week, next week. Farmers up until waist. Go to shipitnation.com, use this code Vincerix, and get going. So something that I would not recommend enough is the Stone. So let's look at some other guys for tomorrow, some ideas of golfers that I want. Talking about some early guys. I want guys that are, if you know anything about how the PGA Tour tee times work, it's first in, last out. So if you finish say you finish at noon and someone finishes at 5 p.m. and you guys have the exact same score, the guy who finishes at noon goes out later tomorrow. So with that being said, I want guys who are finishing this PM wave, who are playing golf right now, who are coming in around the cut line. So think Corey Connors, he's still on the golf course, JJ Spawn, Seamus Power, Stephen Fisk. The cut's going to be around -1. These guys who are around -1, -2, who just finished their round, they're going to go out first tomorrow morning. These are the guys you want to target. These are the guys you want to target who are playing on the freshest greens, the freshest course. So if you can get two of these guys to go out and shoot a 8 a.m. 65, these are the guys who have the best chance to do it, in my opinion. And that will lead me to the one guy that I'm playing. The one guy that I'm playing goes by the name of, I'm trying to type him in and then get my screen share ready. Goes by the name of Rico Hoey. Rico Hoey, there's a chance he gets in. I mean, honestly, I have him week long, so I hope he gets to like 25 under right now, but I'm thinking he stays around 2 or 3 under and goes out earlier tomorrow. And this is, if you know anything about Rico Hoey, great ball striker, extremely long off the tee, shitty putter, but look at this putter. Round 1, -1.5. Round 2, +1.5. Rico is showing he can make some putts. He's going to nuke it off the tee. Where is he in driving distance? Why does it not show it? Probably because he's still playing. Nonetheless, Rico is a bomber. Rico hits it so far. He is the one guy I'm playing. And then, like I said, target these guys. Just monitor. It's still only 8 p.m. Eastern time. You guys have plenty of time, and you wait till my slate plan comes up. My slate plan, like I said, you could get it for free. I'm going to be writing all this stuff down in the slate plan, so you can get it for free, and I can let you know who I'm officially on in just a few hours. But these guys who come in -1, -2, or going out early, target them. They're definitely in for a better chance to get low. So that is 3 guys minimum early, and then get different. I think we're staying the course. Everyone's going to be going these PM, AM guys. Yes, they do have a better chance, but it's not going to be crazy if some PM guys go late. It's not just going to be all week long where no PM guys can score. It will change. Recency bias gets you lapped. Think ahead. Think new things. New things could happen. And with that being said, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.